Greetings. This is something for me, Zara Basak here. So I caught this snake, Muslim snake, trying to swirl and was here, has been here. But I think he thinks because I don't have many followers or something, it's okay. Or what his agenda from Salmi is channel that they are my friends, maybe patronizing with me. Then they made me that day come. They tried to get a grip on me on Hazrat Suleiman's time, right? That time. I was kind of a little not, I was in a trance. They say, oh, this is not Muslim. I got a bit, yeah, I think they had a grip on me, like their evil grip on me, control over me that day. And I think he didn't like it when I told M16 that you're a genius because M16 that day, at least on that mistake I made, which I then came to correct myself. So they're doing this, the Muslim is here doing this control over me. I'll be making more mistakes than ever, or maybe not, maybe less. I'll be quite cautious now as I have been because my privacy already. Sometimes, yes, it's hard to realize that my privacy is how much to what length it is violated and to how I mean how much they've got my mind and how much control they have over me. So I mean to what length these Muslims will go to. So M60 was saying that look at the Quran ayat. It doesn't say that Queen Sheba had was imported. It says she came. And then I was like, yeah, you're a genius. But then that also I had to look deeper into and show the Muslims that she came not imported. They could say, oh, she was already in the palace of Suleiman and she came like that, right? But she was imported with the throne, like the Shias thing goes. But that also, I went deeper into it, trying to like I have to check myself, make notes, and even in the notes I made a mistake about the Muslim submission. There it says submission, Muslims, but then I didn't remember Hazrat Abraham's verse, and so the Muslims would think that this is good for them, it goes for them. You may think it goes for you, it is good for you Shias or you Sunnis or Wahhabis or all of you Muslims. But as a Shia, even I would have loved to work this out for myself, things that unanswered questions here. And I see that only love can set us free and only uh, thoughtfulness. If your mother has taught you to be considerate, empathetic towards others' feelings, respecting their feelings, their space. And yeah, and Swami Ravikanta was saying about the social media, like it's amazing how rude they are, right? These Muslims are very rude, although, yeah, I say that. Very rude also, the foreigners. Like, it's like, at first I was like, what is this? They're just giving their comments like that. Don't they say hi, hello, and when they're leaving, they don't even say goodbye or anything. Or, oh, thank you, hello. Like I was kind of, and it's become very like inconsiderate, very rude. So this is what you are showing me here. Thank you. You Pakistanis and Indians. But you, in real life, you have no consideration. Udhar to in Pakistan, it's like killing a person is like you just killed your doll. It's nothing. Or you just killed your sister's doll. Toys, you just toying with lives like that, killing. It's like worthless, no value. Anyways, I have to show you this person what I'll do is if this person doesn't remove their swirling and twirling away from the truth, uh, I don't know what he's going to change his name to now on social media, like a Girgit, right? So changing names, something one day another thing. So he came like a brother and patronizing. From Zalmi, I felt sorry for you, and all this. And I didn't know he was here to try and this deception of the Muslims is amazing. What this dishonesty in a dishonest way, like join them. If you can't beat them, join them, and then slowly, slowly. So whether Abraham's one thing I corrected, but the other thing, why don't you correct? Why don't you people Muslims correct? You see, you Muslims, why don't you correct yourselves and this Allah of yours and Prophet Muhammad? Smile free, gangster. Why don't you correct the thing, the ayat that says, what are you going to say about that ayat which says that Abraham came? Why are you disputing about Abraham when he came before you, Jews and Christians meaning? So you may want to keep people in that darkness of Taghut, right? I'm not going to allow that happening here. So how he swirled again, like ex-Muslim Ali Shah did, right? Is that yeah? Well, Yusuf defeated Satan. He jumped to that. Hazrat Yusuf defeated Shaitan, but what he couldn't do is defeat his own soul here without the help, mercy of Allah. Surah Yusuf ayat 53. The question was not whether Yusuf defeated his evil soul, the soul which is prone to evil, let's say it in, right? And this person was stirring it again, trying to confuse, like give me a hard time on the will thing or the what do you call that? Again, the free will, like ex Muslim Ali Shah would. Tell him, Ali knows the Quran. So some Shias come here trying to, also that, very angry at the Shias who do this. Some Shias come here with this kind of lies, and Shias are not allowed to. Are Shias allowed to lie like this? See, pushing people yourself, okay, you want to go you're already in the gutter of great darkness, great evil. Don't push other people into it. And it's with honesty, try to see, very easy. But this person was swirling like a snake and just saying, yeah, very interesting. Okay, the last time he said, yeah, it's crystal clear, absolute contradictions are there. But this time, I don't know which one of them came from the channel. If it's a group channel, Smile Free, it's Arabs, Pakistanis mixed, and Indian Muslims mixed group. whether there's one person or there's many people operating on this channel. It's now Smile Free Comedy Club channel, right? So this, right? He was trying to stir the thing back to free will or monopoly or shaitan. Well, Yusuf did overcome, supposedly, and using words like this. In the height of dishonesty in these Muslims, desperateness to save their religion, this religion, which tells you to kill people just because they don't believe in Islam, or they say anything against Prophet Muhammad, kill them. It's blasphemy. Or kill them. Okay, the Quran only people say no, it's not written. Some Sunni Muslims say oh, it's not written in the Quran to kill apostates and all this, but to be stern with them, it is there. And even in the Shia against apostasy, there is kill the person. Although it's not written in the Quran, but it is practiced more about on the Hadith then, and those people who rely mostly on the Hadith. But Prophet Muhammad himself has said if a Hadith goes against the Quran ayats, then it's a reject my Hadiths. So I don't know how the Shias have worked it out that on apostasy you're supposed to kill. And what is the case for the female apostates in Shiasam? How clearly Wikipedia has given, can find them and then kill. If they don't come back to this religion, then they should be killed. The females, Shia, from the Shias. So you want to go and say that yes, yes, you. And another thing was no, you have to, you should actually God. Okay, on one hand, like okay, it's not God who has given you a defect. Muslims, the way he said it, Muslims already know they don't blame Shaitan for it, right? So how can they blame Allah for it? So he can get away by saying that, okay, that big one has made, now big guy has made, like Allah has made the soul defective, but a person should work on this defective soul. So this is not, I felt something was fishy here. He was saying exactly what the Muslims would have said if they had come here to debate or even, yeah, to win the debate here against the Quran. So, if I honestly found this true and right, even through my life experiences, that discipline comes with killing the soul or killing the guilty, and who could be guilty? So I follow the Khalil Gibran way. I don't know. It's very intricate, the sin and the good, the evil and good mix. Who knows? Maybe a child who is stealing today, society brought them up to do this. Those people who come here and shit on us here, filth, they bring the filth here, these Muslims, disguised as Hindus or Indians, then, it's because they have been, by the parents, the mother's name should come out. Something in the society lacking that you have not given them. The mother didn't properly bring them up to being a decent, considerate person, honest. So what a clever, calculating, and very calm, I must say, like Yusuf Zaidi and like some criminals are. When they know they've got you, they're very calm. You see. So at least maybe I will lose some bad, rotten ones. Unsubscribe, right? But Jiddu Krishnamurti, definitely, like if we have five, five serious people, honest, then it's enough. What can the rest of the world? Rest of the world will still do what they want to do with us. The torment, the violations, the rudeness, the encroaching upon other people's rights, killing them, putting you in jail because, trapping you, incriminating you, falsely accusing you, trying to incriminate, put things on you, blaming you. So, yeah, about the previous live stream, a little bit, I think I was over. There are many Christians who are good and they don't do these things. I don't think everything is bakwas emotionally. We had some great Dr. Fall, a Christian. I really think I need, since Karachi, since this happened to me, I don't want to talk to Pakistanis for help. No one would help. No one can understand you the way very few people would come and understand. I've been doing my case and condition. They are mocking here, they're making a mockery of humanity, mentally ill patients, and all this. Pakistani Indians are like this. But the true India, the true Bharat, the true, I think love is the only thing. Be gentle with your, like a child would say, please, this is not the way to, we need love, right? Maybe love can save them. But there's, okay, some children are, yeah, like Adam was against Mr. Sa. Must have learned from his parents to be like that, backbiting her. When we were in third grade in Karachi American School, very bad words he was using against Mr. Sa. In front, he was like very friendly with Mr. Sa. So I don't know why I decided that Miss Dissa should not be left in the dark now. She should be told what Adam is doing behind her back. So one day, I don't know what made me decide that. I went and told her, and I was blamed for being jealous, right? So there's sometimes you want the good for the other person, and I wasn't jealous at all. Actually, when in the beginning, the reason why you could see is because when my aunt reminded me, Gauri used to live with me, my mother's sister, before she got married. She told me that, Zahra, do you remember you were like very few students like Miss Tissa, right? Gaur. And that's why Allah, Miss Tissa, very few students like her. And you were feeling sorry for her. But maybe I didn't get attached to her because of this. Maybe it was something else, reincarnation or something. But no doubt that this element was there that I had gone. So if I had said to my aunt, and I remember, she reminded me, and I remembered that we were sitting and in the room where and what circumstances where. So the thing is that why would I feel sorry for Miss Dissa if every student loved her, most students loved her and praised her? That would just make me happy, and I wouldn't have to go to my aunt and complain. if I was jealous. So at this point to be considered, because I don't have that evidence, but you can infer from this condition, situation, circumstance of mine. And another thing is you can go try, kill your souls, kill the guilty, punish them, cut their hands off. Uh, whoever says against a Muslim leader, death penalty, execute them. Even in Sunni Islam, you can't say anything against the ones Muslim leader. You can't say anything. Although some say that it's like rumors to down on rumors and all this, but then our free speech is. But religiously, whatever the Arabs now have decided, I don't know, but you can't say much. You can't criticize or do that. But religiously, it's not allowed in Sunni Islam to say anything against the Muslim contemporary leader, even because obey not only Allah but Rasulullah and those vested with authority amongst you. That ayat in the Quran. Yeah, so Sunni Islam is like that. And then it's become more Sunni on the Iran side. I heard that anyone who complains, who would complain against the President Khamenei would be punished, I don't know, put in prison, killed maybe, God knows. But he won't even perhaps get like, go to the court hearing. Just, they're taken and disappeared in the jail somewhere. So this is more on the Sunni side that the Irani Shia have started to practice. And if so, just for the record, for me also, and very rare people who are honest, considerate, sincere, to see this. If you want to play devil's advocate, please tell me. We can arrange for that, right? Start doing that. Soul cannot be disciplined by any method, by killing or making a niyat intention that I will, like God made a niyat, be and it is. So the niyat is very important, the intention. The intention is very important. But you can try, there are many things. The soul, if you don't have that sayyid, that love for Ahlul Bayt, if you are not a Shia sayyid, if you live in a country, let's say like Pakistan, where law and order is not there, uh, you fall into a company or sometimes in something, it's very easy. You can get, your soul will be susceptible to self-destruction tendencies are in the soul. They're prone to evil in this way, like going wrong. Like you might, if someone you love, like I was saying, if my teacher didn't care for me, who I adored, then terminate myself. So going into self-destruction. Another thing is going to, like my uncle told me, that be careful. You might go into something, drugs. Something. Let's say you're a sensitive person, and your parents scolded you, or like my parents. I did a thing that I can't now um, make amends for or something. You could kill yourself, or you could go into drugs and then get so addicted that your parents are, after you, they might not be able to save you from being alcoholic, things like that. So, soul is very difficult unless it says that Allah has mercy on it. So, whichever you want to take the hard way, you take the hard way. You want to take this way, you take this way. But there's something I have to say that love is and thoughtfulness. Like, I think love brings that thoughtfulness and everything. Like being gentle, not criticizing the child, using gentle ways. So I believe, because I saw in myself what I was reading on what Jiddu Krishnamurti was pointing to, and David Bohm with David Bohm, what they were coming to, and how they were coming to it. So you can protect your Allah and your religion by saying that Allah is right, the soul is defective, and now you have to work on this soul to make it good, fix it, fix this defective soul. So selling your soul, seeking Allah's pleasure, Ali, 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 Ali. Because no one in the history of Islam has done it like Ali has done it. And this ayat has to be for Ali. If you look at it through the Shia eyes, tafsir, Imams have given. Very few people, honest, would, even the Sahabas, if you read the Sunni hadiths, you will come across such terrible things against Umar bin Khattab, Abu Bakr at times. Um, and they've just left it. Don't say anything to the Sahabas. They don't go researching and trying to, the Sunnis. Read Then I Was Guided and then check from his books, Tejani's books, what the Sahabas did. One day Umar would have been ruined, speaking loudly, but then in the end, he never even listened to what Prophet Muhammad requested to give him a pen and paper. But you see, the Sunnis, they find their own. Now, if I'm dealing with the Sunni also here, if they, because they found their own defense against the Shias, or even against Prophet Muhammad. That's it. Because the Shias will say that Imam Ali is the nafs of Prophet Muhammad, and what came from Imam Ali, and that came from Prophet Muhammad. And Prophet Muhammad, Bibi Fatma, and was not happy with what Umar's decision on his deathbed. Who else would know but Ali? Shias will tell you this and come to it reasonably with using their reason, their hadiths. Sunnis will come to defending Umar and letting him go like they defended the two wives, Aisha and Hafsa. Whereas the Shia say that according to the Quran ayats and what the hadith says, these two wives, annoying Prophet Muhammad, they are fuels for fire, disbelievers. You can't annoy Prophet Muhammad. If you annoy Prophet Muhammad, you fall into disbelief. Not as a believer. A believer never annoys Prophet Muhammad. So how can you take it that the al-Mumineen? But then I saw the Sunni ayats where he stopped, and the Shias don't give a reason why he stopped from marrying. The Sunni hadith says, the ayats which the Sunnis take is that in Surah Azab ayat 52, he was stopped from marrying The reason why he was stopped from marrying, we're not told. But then we see that for the wives became so patient and started to behave so well or something. Even Hafsa and Aisha at that time, that Allah stopped Prophet Muhammad from marrying others. That's what their tafsirs say and hadiths say about that Surah Azab ayat 52. Now we have some work going on here. So the Muslims may come as Hindus or whatever names they may come and give us a hard time calculatingly using Hindu. Now, who could be using Indians? I was wondering. Pakistanis cannot be using Indians. Maybe Shias could be, or Arabs could be. Arab Muslims could be using Hindus. So this I don't know, because this guy said he's born in India in a Hindu family. I don't know how much to trust him, but he sounded like, and he didn't tell me he was playing devil's advocate, but he sounded like a Muslim was trying to swirl his way out of this. A very, like he had quite a command, uh, no, doesn't have that much command over the English language. Manufacturing monopoly. He's got very difficult words he uses. So maybe an Arab Muslim, because this Zalmi thing, I think the Taliban, maybe some Arab Spring is with them. I was told that Zalmi is from Taliban. So, and of course, not only the Arab Spring, but the Arabs are Muslims here. So they could be using him. I don't know who. My mind went wild. I've never seen such clever. I mean, I have no, no. Every time I say this, sorry. I mean, every time this cleverness comes, it's like swirling his way out. Saying that, oh, use the. Oh my God. So let me tell you, that kind of dishonesty I can smell. I can sense it. You see, I felt that he was a Muslim. And maybe he may not be lying, but maybe he's helping the Arab Muslims. As a Hindu, you see, this with the Zalmi, with Taliban, was a Hindu Pandit with them, not against them. He was their friend. So here I sensed in this smile free a very cunning, suave, just how they come and they try to. Your mind is satanic. You want to defend this religion by hook or by crook. Trickery, like, but should not the soul. So you've put in that thing in me now, right? You try to that. Well, the soul is defective, right? And you've just put that kind of a. But shouldn't you work hard? Shouldn't you try to make the soul good? Anyways, whatever, shouldn't you or should you? But Surah Yusuf ayat 53 goes against whatever you're swirling and whirling and should or would, or even what Allah says here. Then it is a contradiction, a very obvious contradiction to what you're saying, that shouldn't you work hard? Huh? to make what God says in the Quran is. So you should or you shouldn't, I don't know. But what Yusuf, your own prophet, maybe this Sunnis would say, is abrogated now. New ayats have come. Thank you very much. I will go now.